Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all are fine. Now we are coming to our lesson. Today the lesson is Administration of Hazrat Abubakr Siddiq. This topic is from section Rightly Guided Khalifas. In this lesson, students will be able to discuss the life of Hazrat Abubakr Siddiq after death of Holy Prophet and selection of Hazrat Abubakr Siddiq as a first caliph. Dear students, can you tell me any verse which was revealed for Hazrat Abubakr Siddiq? Yes, this was the verse which was revealed for Hazrat Abubakr Siddiq when he was with the Holy Prophet in cave of Thor. The verse was, "For Allah did indeed help him when the unbelievers drove him out. He had no more than one companion. The two were in the cave, and he said to his companion, 'Have no fear, for Allah is with us.'" Now student, can you tell me any saying of Holy Prophet? Yes. The saying of Holy Prophet is, "The most compassionate member of my people towards my people is Abu Bakr." Political organization, government of Abu Bakr. As a caliph, Abu Bakr was the head of the government of Islamic State. Abu Bakr held government to be a separate trust, and he ran government as if he were administrating the affairs of a trust. To Abu Bakr, the office of caliph was not a means of earthly glory. He regarded it as a burden that he had to discharge in the interest of Islam. About the nature of his office and his responsibilities, he declared it unequivocal terms. "O ye men, now do I long that someone else may take the burden of the state on his shoulder. If you expect from me that I should come up to the standard set by the Holy Prophet, then you must know that I cannot fulfill your expectations, because he was immune from all sins and had the assistance of divine revelations, while I am an ordinary man subject to human fallibility." Character of polity. Abu Bakr took pains to impress upon the people that he was only the first among the equals. For him, all men, rich or poor, high or low, were equal. His rule was the rule of law, but the law that he had to administer was not man-made law. It was divine law. There is no priesthood in Islam, and as such, the caliphate was not a theocracy. As all power lay with the people, the political order was democratic in character, but the democracy was not like the democracy we know today. In the polity that Abu Bakr administered, the will of the people was paramount, but it was subject to divine will. As such, the polity was neither the theocracy nor the democracy in the sense in which the West understands these terms. It was democracy under the umbrella of divinity. The viceroy of the people, organized to carry into effect the will of God as embodied in Islam. Constitutional ruler. Abu Bakr was a constitutional ruler, as his rule was subject to constitution. But the constitution in this case was not man-made. it was divine. As a ruler, Abu Bakr had to discharge a threefold responsibilities. He was responsible to Allah, and it was his responsibility to enforce the commandments of Allah as contained in the Holy Quran. He was responsible to the Holy Prophet, and it was his endeavor to follow in the footsteps of Holy Prophet and prove himself to be a true representative of Holy Prophet. In this respect, he had to seek guidance from the Sunnah. He was also responsible to the people. It was his endeavor to ensure that all that he did commanded the approval of the people. As Caliph, Abu Bakr was the head of the state as well as the government. As representatives of Holy Prophet, he was also a religious head. He wielded power, but the polity was organized in such a way that power did not lead to corruption. It served as an instrument of service. As Caliph, Abu Bakr was more of a father to the people than as the ruler. Advisory Council. The Caliph was aided by an advisory council. It comprised all companions. There was, however, nothing hard and fast about the advisory council. Its constitution, its conduct of business were all informal. All decisions were arrived at through the process of consensus. There was no monopoly about the advisory council. Even an ordinary Muslim could express his views and render advice. It was open to the Caliph to accept or not to accept the advice offered to him, but whenever Abu Bakr didn't accept the advice tendered to him, he advanced reason therefor. Secretariat. The government of Abu Bakr carried correspondence. Ali, Osama and Zaid bin Sabit acted as secretaries. There was, however, no elaborate secretariat. No remuneration was paid to the secretaries. There was no buildings to house the government offices. All government business was conducted in the main mosque at Medina. There was no elaborate departments for the conduct of government business. There was, however, division of functions among the companions, and each companion was responsible for specified functions. Umar acted as a minister to the Caliph and was in charge of judicial administration. Abu Ubaidah ibn Jarrah was in charge of financial administration. Caliph's duties. As Caliph, Abu Bakr did not live in any palace. He lived in an ordinary house as a commoner. He was accessible to every person. If any person had any grievance, he could place it before the Caliph without any difficulty or formality. Abu Bakr always took prompt steps to redress the grievance of the people. Abu Bakr personally led the prayers. He reviewed the problems every week in the Friday khutbah and took the people in confidence in formulating his policies. Local administration. For the purpose of local administration, the country was divided into provinces, each under a governor. Arabia proper was divided into 10 provinces, namely Medina, Makkah, Taif, Sana, Holland, Zubair, Jan, Bahrain and Najran. Iraq was divided into 3 provinces, namely Hira, Damadul Jandal and Muzena. Syria was divided into 4 provinces, Homs, Damascus, Jordan, and Palestine. The governor was required to lead prayers. He superintended the army, collected taxes, administered justice, maintained law and order, supervised public morals, and provided social services. He was aided by an amil who collected revenues and a qadi who administered justice, subject to the payment of jizya. The minorities enjoyed cultural autonomy and managed their affairs themselves. Now students, we are coming to the past paper question. The past paper question is, write a detailed account about the administration of Hazrat Abubakr Sadiq. Dear students, I hope after this lesson you are able to compose your answer of level 4. Thank you students with me. Allah Hafiz.